Good morning, all. Welcome to the Washington Ethical Society. I am Judy Myers. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the officiant today. WES is one community unified across time and space, gathering for these platforms on Sundays to affirm our values and commit to our values of a better world. Is it morning yet? Apologize one moment. Technology is wonderful when it works. All right, let's try that again. We gather for these Sunday morning platforms to affirm our values and commit to a better world. I want to welcome you, those of you who are here in the hall, nice group, those who are watching now on Zoom, and those who are catching the recording later. If you're on Zoom, please check the chat for a welcome and various tips from Joe Klein, who is this morning's chat usher. If you're here in the hall and would like an assistive listening device, I welcome you to consult with the sound team at the back. A special welcome to visitors today. We'd love to get to know you and answer any questions you have. To get on our email list, you can fill out the form at tiny.cc/wesconnects with an S, or send an email to wes@ethicalsociety.org. And if you're here in person, we invite you to stop by the welcome table after platform or chat up anyone with a printed name badge while you are getting bagels. So let me check the Zoom chat to see who's attending remotely this morning. And let's see where we are. We've got a number of folks. Okay. Yay. Okay. We have Joe, of course, is our chat usher. Alex Abbott. Let's see, who else do we have? Some of our additional David and Melissa. And, Mark Mayer. Terrific, wonderful. And there will probably be other people chiming in this morning. It is good to connect and to share this time together. Opening words this morning are from the acknowledgement we give new WES members as we publicly celebrate their official joining the community. This is one of my favorite parts. We bid you welcome, who come with weary spirit, seeking rest, who come with troubles that are too much with you, who come hurt and afraid. We bid you welcome, who come with hope in your heart, who come with anticipation in your step, who come proud and joyous. We bid you welcome, who are seekers of a new way, who come to probe and explore, who come to learn. We bid you welcome, who enter this hall as a homecoming, who have found here room for your spirit, who find in this people a family. Whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are on your journey, we bid you welcome. I invite you to enjoy today's opening song from the wonderful DC Labor Chorus, Why We Sing.
Changes can we bring?
Each week, we read our statement of purpose as a reminder of our shared values. If you are interested in taking a turn to read the statement of purpose, you can sign up at tiny.cc/readsop. Please do so that you can have an opportunity to participate in a very easy and gentle manner. And I am actually going to read the statement of purpose myself this morning. The Washington Ethical Society is a humanistic congregation that affirms the worth of every person. We strive through our relationships to elicit the best in the human spirit. With faith in human goodness, we appreciate each person's unique capacities. We joyfully celebrate together and support each other through life. We nurture a sense of reverence and responsibility for each other and the earth. We warmly invite you to join our community of children and adults as we work for a world where love and justice cross all borders. And so it is. Wonderful. And so, as I light this morning's candle, I invite you to join me in our candle lighting words. I'll let you guys take the lead on this. As we Terrific. Nice job. All right. Let us now enter into the centering time of our platform. The following is a modified guided breathing exercise from materials that I've enjoyed on the website headspace.com. Take a moment to adjust your body and to find a comfortable position. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. I invite you to bring your attention to your natural breathing pattern, noticing your inhalation and noticing your exhalation, in and out, in and out, simply noticing the flow of your own breath. I invite you now to notice your mind, what it's doing. Is it quiet or loud? Is it fast or slow? Whatever is going on, know that it is okay. Our minds wander and worry and distract us. The aim here is not to stop the mind. That's impossible. There is no off switch. The aim is simply to accept whatever is there. Keep feeling your breath and your body, the gentle in and out of your breath. You see thoughts coming and going. You're aware that they are there. They come and they go, simply automatic brain activity. It's natural to get distracted. We all do. You're not doing anything wrong. If you find yourself getting caught up in thoughts, no problem. Be aware that this is happening and very gently bring your attention back to your breath. And be however you are, wherever you are. We continue our centering time in silence and in the music that follows.
I feel like going on. I feel like going on. Though trials mount on every hand, I feel like going on. 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 Though trials mount on every hand, I feel like going on. 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 Though trials mount on every hand, I feel like going on. I feel like going on. Feel like going on. Feel like going on. I feel like going on. Feel like going on. Feel like going on. Feel like going on. Trials mount on every hand. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. Feel like going on. Feel like going on. Feel like going on. I feel like going on. Feel like going on. Feel like going on. Feel like going on. Trials mount on every hand. I feel like going on.
Thank you. Always such a delight. Today's reading is entitled, I Am Running Into a New Year by Lucille Clifton. I am running into a new year, and the old years blow back like a wind that I catch in my hair, like strong fingers, like all my old promises, and it will be hard to let go of what I said to myself about myself. When I was 16 and 26 and 36, even 36, but I am running into a new year. and I beg what I love, and I leave to forgive me. Our platform speaker this morning is our senior leader, Casey Slack.
Thank you, Judy. Hello. January 1st isn't astronomically or even astrologically important. There is nothing special about January 1st from the perspective of what the planet is doing, from what the stars are doing. Our position in the solar system and the universe is in no way unique on January 1st. For most of human history and still in cultures around the world, the new year is actually celebrated in the spring, or much closer to the beginning of the spring. If you think about it, that actually makes quite a bit more sense. The spring is when things are new. January 1st, if you live in most of Europe and much of North America, is still decidedly winter. In fact, around here, it seems to have decided to be a little more winter than it was before here at the beginning of the year. The new year is located how it is in our calendar for the same reason that our calendar experiences the oddity of a 10th month called October, and an 11th month called November, and a 12th month called December. Octo, Nov, and Dis being 8, 9, and 10, respectively. That reason being, Roman emperors could not stop messing with the calendar. They loved to add a month, to move something around, and they arrived at a calendar that, if I was designing it, it wouldn't be this one. But it's the one I inherited, so here we are. I say some of that to say that there is nothing special about January 1st that isn't special about every day. Every day, the sun comes back up and there is the opportunity to do something new. But I say it also to point out that just because something isn't real, right? Just because nothing special is happening, it doesn't mean that the weight of culture and society and time doesn't make something real. There is nothing astronomically or astrologically important about January 1st, but there is something culturally important about January 1st. We have probably all grown up in a culture where January 1st is the beginning of a new year, where we celebrate the evening of the 31st as a last hurrah. When I was a kid, my grandfather would take his rifles out of the cabinet for the one and only time of the year to shoot the new year away by shooting into the backyard where there was nothing, so it was safe. Some of my neighbors in Prince George's County do a similar thing I learned this year. It was slightly more startling than it was on my grandparents' 15 acres. We set off fireworks for a similar reason, though, right? There is something about an explosion that marks an end of something really clearly, that says, all right, we did it, and let's start again, all at once. I often kind of wish that there was a spare day there in the middle. right? Or we could say, okay, goodbye. All right, let's start. But that's not what we get. "2025 is likely to be a difficult year. It is likely to be a difficult year similar to how many previous years have been, and also in a bunch of new and confounding ways. I think about the years between 2016 and 2020 and how chaotic all of that was. I remember describing the day-to-day experience as a nonstop slog of nonsense fascism. I expect much the same, both the nonsense and the fascism and the nonstop of it. We also have more illnesses showing up in our population. Please wash your hands. Please wash your hands. Please wash your hands with soap. Norovirus, which is at high levels in much of the country, including here, does not care about your hand sanitizer. It is not a virus with a packet. Hand sanitizer only works on viruses with packets. Wash your hands, soap and water. This is your public health announcement from your clergy person. We also have rising cases of bird flu that are starting to show up in kids. There's some potentially really scary stuff on the horizon, and that's not all of it. If I listed everything that I am afraid of in the coming year, that would be all we would do today, and let's not. But a difficult year ahead, to me, is a year worth preparing for, worth taking this little minute we sort of have between the beginning of the year and the beginning of a new administration to say, okay, what are we going to do? I don't like New Year's resolutions. If you've been around for a while, you may have heard that from me before. I don't like them because I don't think they work. How many of us have ever completely failed to fulfill a New Year's resolution? And done so within, I don't know, days of the new year starting? Yeah. Not that I think you need to set goals and then never make a mistake on the way to them. That's also not how things work. But for me, what works better is to prepare myself to be able to engage in the world in the way that I would actually like to prepare myself to be who I want to be in the coming year. So I often think more about what I need to let go of than what I need to dedicate myself to. Sometimes the things work together. One of my focuses for this year is to figure out how to stay engaged and connected to community. Because when things are scary, when things are hard, when you're sad and angry and afraid, it is really easy to close up. It is really easy to step away, to say, everybody has so much going on, they don't need to hear what's going on for me. Or to say, you know what, no, I can do it on my own. I'm gonna be strong and do this by myself. That's not what strength is. That is mostly what brittleness is. Trying to be by yourself too much, refusing to be in community, refusing to share the things that are hard or scary or joyful for you. It doesn't make you resilient, doesn't make you powerful, often makes you really easy to break. I think having the DC Labor Chorus with us here today is a good example of how being together in community can really make us all stronger, make us all more encouraged for the journey. I am so glad for our relationship with the DC Labor Chorus. Yeah. And I am excited about continuing to develop that relationship and other relationships like that. I am excited about us who are here today and people who we haven't met yet, getting to be more closely connected, and more closely connected in a way where nobody is saying, I have all the answers. It is really easy, also, to think that certainty is the same thing as safety. To think that if you know what is happening or how things should be, then you are safe from the chaos of reality. This is how a lot of high control religion works. You show up on Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Wednesday, doesn't matter what day it is that you show up, and somebody tells you what the capital T truth is. Somebody tells you the right way to live. You will not find that here. I don't know that I have access to capital T truth at all, much less more than any of you do. I know most of the time what the right way for me to live is, but I don't live in your body. Can't make your choices for you. What I can do is help you think about the choices you're making, remind you, hopefully, of who you are as a person, of that being a person is actually really good and cool, that being a person with a body is really good and cool, even if your body is being a little weird to you lately, or doesn't fit in to normative systems that people tell you what a body is supposed to be. You all know that I can't get through a January without being mad at diet culture. Okay, I can't get through an any time without being mad at diet culture, but I really can't get through a January without it. Because it's so impossible to exist in January in this country with any connection to popular media and not get shoved down your throat the idea that what you should be doing with your brand new year and your one wondrous and precious life is trying to be smaller. Exercise is great. Eating vegetables is great. I love vegetables. I love vegetables so much that I'm pretty sure broccoli is my favorite food. I love vegetables. So do not hear my opposition to diet culture as an opposition to vegetables or exercise. Those are great things. It's good to take care of your health where you can. Not all of us are going to get to be healthy. That's just not the world that we live in. But all of us can eat foods that make our bodies feel good and do movement in ways that makes our bodies feel good. If we have high blood pressure, we can work to lower that. If our A1C is high, we can work on managing that. But that's different from focusing on a number on a scale or the size of your pants. So one of the messages I want to start the year with is that you are good. Your body is good. It is good the way it is. You deserve care from yourself and from your community. Part of being a human is choosing to be together, and we can choose to be together in ways that encourage each other's flourishing or ways that don't. I want us to choose to elicit the best in one another. I want us to choose to enliven one another, to support one another's flourishing. And so that means things like that I know every time we have a potluck, Jenna Umbriac will bring lentils or something with a nice, complicated protein carb situation. And that is a great support for this community. And I know that 4 times a year we'll get to hear music from the DC Labor Chorus, and that will bring a type of energy into this space that nobody else can. It is also the case that sometimes to do the next thing, we have to let go of some old stuff. I know a number of you have been recently or are about to be in positions where you gotta get some stuff out of your house because you need to move, because someone else is moving in, because someone is moving out, and it's time to repurpose their room into something else. Because it's time for you to move out of your home because something is different. Because it's about to be spring and we do spring cleaning, right? When you go through those things, you often find stuff that is hard to let go of. Things that you still think of as you, things that you are emotionally attached to, but you actually have no particular use for. One of my personal difficulties as I've been unpacking over the last 9 months is getting rid of notebooks and journals from when I was in seminary. I do not need my notes from every class I took in grad school. I just don't. I'm not going to look at them. They mostly don't make any sense to me anymore. There's one particular sheet which I am keeping because it is so like me, where there's text, and then there's just a giant drawing of a donut in the middle. And the drawing of the donut is labeled abortion on one side and the universe on the other. Now, I know what I was saying, but all of my notes are like that, and many of them are much harder for me to understand. I don't actually need to be able to go back and read myself fussing over people I was dating when I was still in undergrad. It's not actually necessary. Don't actually need that history. But it's hard to get rid of, hard to let go of. So rather than resolutions for what we will do, I'd like us to think about what we can let go of. Be that physical things or emotional things or patterns that we're stuck in that might make this next year, if not easier to approach, right? That might make it easier for us to connect and be together. Maybe you need to let go of your desire to sleep in on Sunday morning. Sorry, me too. Maybe you need to let go of defensiveness. That's often one I gotta let go of. Maybe you need to let go of a habit of spending too much money. Okay, that might be me too. So I want you to take a couple of moments and either think by yourself or talk with someone nearby about what you might need to let go of to come into 2025, to be ready to have a different kind of year. I'll give you 3 minutes for that. Go. All right. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, cool. So I know that those were short conversations, and I hope that you'll take some time to chat with the folks you were chatting with or to talk to somebody new after platform when we have our social time and coffee hour. It's really good to get some time to connect and to already have something to talk about when it's time to connect. Does anybody want to share some of the stuff that you want to get rid of? Maybe in a word or two that you yell out? Yeah, Perry. And swap the burden of responsibility for the joy of contributing. I love that. Excellent. Anybody else? Being defeatist ahead of time. We're going to let go being defeatist ahead of time. Yeah. Yeah, don't say no on somebody else's behalf. They can say it if they want to. What else? Any single word options, anything? News apps, yeah. Letting go of news apps might be helpful, yeah. Believing everything you think. Yeah. You're going to give up smelling flowers? You want to do it more. Okay. What are you going to give up to smell flowers more? Walking fast. Yeah. Does anybody want to give up fear? It'd be nice, right? Yeah. Paralysis by fear, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, less money, less Amazon shopping. Yeah, absolutely. It's insidious that it's so easy, and then you're like, where did my money go? What did I do? Okay. So I want to invite you to do some imagination now. Whatever you've identified as something that you want to let go of. Write it down on a piece of paper in your brain, and ball your little piece of paper up. And then, through the power of imagination, throw it into this dish up here. You can. This dish, I'm going to tell you, is a magic dish. It's not. I bought it at Home Goods. It's a regular old dish that I have made magic. I have made it magic mostly by putting intention into it. We do some witchy stuff in the office. You might know that Robin and I are both witches. And so sometimes we smoke cleanse the office. So I keep my smoke cleansing bundle in that bowl all year. So my smoke cleansing bundle is not sage because I am not indigenous, and thus the sage is not mine. But I use juniper and rosemary and things that my very Eastern European ancestor would have had to smoke clean. So we do that, and we use Florida water, and we light candles, we do lots of stuff. But I put a lot of intention into that bowl. And I think sometimes intention lets us do some really interesting things. So let's see what my intention and all of your imaginary paper does in this bowl. You ready? And it's gone. Whatever you wanted to get rid of just went like that. Like the new year, that's not real. That was very literally a magic trick. Yesterday, I went to a magic store. And though what I usually buy is flash paper, what was available to me this year was flash cotton. I think I might like the flash cotton better. It's a little more dramatic of an effect. But just because it's not real doesn't mean it can't do something, right? A new year is not astronomically real. It's just something we've agreed exists. So if we agree that this bowl had some magic in it, that the combination of your imagination and my intention, let that be a symbolic clean, let me tell you, clean, burning away of whatever it is you put in there. Then we can agree that you get to be free of it. And maybe the magic only works for a little while. That's okay. We have more. I know how to light stuff on fire all times of the year. But we have actually a more powerful kind of thing that I can call magic here. We have people who get to be themselves. People who get to speak to you from their honest experience of the world. People who will give you a ride when you need a ride and who will make sure that you get food when you are sick. People who will show up for you when you need to move, who will show up for each other in all kinds of circumstances. We have people who show up every week, sometimes more than once a week, to learn and grow together, to be creative together, to be human together. That is some of the most powerful magic that I know, and unlike this and a new year, that stuff is real. Difficult days ahead, but not ones that we can't get through if we hold on to each other. Not ones that we can't be brave enough to face if we hold on to one another. Nothing that's impossible so long as we stay together. So for whatever else is true about a new year, I'm looking forward to being in this one with you. I hope that I will see you on Sundays and Wednesdays when we have dinner here, and in meetings, though meetings are none of our favorite, and in sessions and workshops and all kinds of stuff. We got good stuff coming up. And I am looking forward to getting to know each of you a little better, to seeing you get to know each other a little better, and to all of us getting to be enlivened and made larger, elicited the best from in 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey, as ever. So much to think about and consider as we perform our little dance. In just a moment, we will have an opportunity to share some of our thoughts. You can write into the chat or share in person what resonated with you in today's platform. While we listen to today's musical response, you might prepare by reflecting on a personal experience or an activity at WES that the platform brings to mind. Please distill your thoughts to a single idea that you can share in 1 to 2 minutes. If you have many thoughts, please save them for after platform, when you're encouraged to find someone you don't already know, or someone you don't know really well, or someone you don't know at all, and strike up a conversation. As Casey noted, you have something to talk about. You probably have lots of things to talk about. So let us listen to some more wonderful music.
You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not you. Right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. And lead with love. And lead with love.
This is the time when we add our own voices to the morning, sharing our reflections on the platform or what resonates with our personal experience. For our online participants, I invite you to share in the Zoom chat or in the comments if you're watching the recording later. If you're here in the hall and would like to share a brief comment, 1 to 2 minutes, you can come up now and form a line on the ramp. And when it's your turn at the mic, that one, please begin with your name and pronouns. And when you've finished, please use the stairs. No, please don't use the stairs that aren't there. You can return along the ramp. That's a good idea. So, Abby, come on up.
Abby Dakin, she, her. So Casey, I was amused at many points during this platform because you intended us to be amused, but there was one point where I was amused that I think was not intentional, where you referred to the space between the new year and the inauguration as a pause, because I am a Fed, and as is true in many transitions, the next 2 weeks, when we are trying to get things done, are going to be so busy, as have the last, month and a half. So for those of you Feds out there in the audience, our pause comes January 20th.
Hello, my name is Amy, she, her, and I loved what Casey said about mistaking certainty for safety. And my goodness, I've been so certain about so many things. When I was younger, I was certain that the earth was 6,000 years old, and there were 12 steps to salvation, and Jesus was coming soon, and if you didn't follow the steps exactly, you were screwed. And then in college, I was so certain that I hated organized religion and I'd never be a part of it again. And look how things change. And I just think the less strongly I hold on to that illusion of certainty, the happier and calmer and ironically safer I feel.
I'm Peter, he is him, and a number of you may know that I just recently moved to the Riderwood Senior Living Community, and while I was there, we had a really interesting presentation by the American Civil Liberties Union, and which I've been a member of my entire life. And when they said, "So can someone say why you have done this?" I realized that I was aware, of course, that Corliss Lamont was who wrote the humanist, the philosophy of humanism, and taught a course in humanism at Columbia University. He did a lot to help out the American Civil Liberties Union, and so I have always thought of the American Civil Liberties Union as having a significant humanist element of support in it. But also, when I was growing up, neither one of my, but as Casey was talking today, they were talking about the importance of community and showed a number of ways whereby our humanist faith supports the community. And although but my parents were not union members, but I was raised with very strong union songs. And as we think about the importance of community, the labor movement has been a wonderful cross-denominational community organization that has been extremely powerful in our nation. And so it's one of the reasons I'm very happy to have the Labor Chorus here, and we can look to them as being part of how we go about building community. Thank you.
Perry, he, him, sorry for the popping P. This is a message for people who have that task that Casey mentioned of pruning physical possessions. There have been, over the years, several WES members who have taken on a professional role of helping people do that. And one of the new additions is Karen Storms. I can't speak directly personally from my own experience, but I can tell you secondhand from my wife's experience that Karen is very good at it. So if that is something that you have coming up, highly recommend that you talk with Karen.
Hi, I'm Jo, she, her, hers. I recently moved about 2 weeks ago to Riderwood and had to go through downsizing. And I only lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with a loft and 4 storage areas. And I moved to an apartment with 2 bedrooms. And so I know a lot about getting rid of things, and it's very, very difficult. But a lot of it turned out to be trash, and a lot of it was some things that could be recycled and used by others, donated. So anyway, I did go through that, and gosh, I found some things I didn't know I had, and have been enjoying them since. But anyway, it's something that I needed to do. I should have been doing spring cleaning every year, but I lived in the same apartment for 37 years and never did that before.
Hi, Cersei, she, her. I'm Abby's daughter, and it's really funny because I am also not relaxing for the beginning of January because I'm working on college applications. So it is also a transition and a new thing. This platform really resonated with me because what I want to study in college is community. And being in this community for 18 long years is part of the reason. So I helped with Winterfest a couple years ago, and that really helped me with figuring out what I want to do in my life, and seeing the labor course as well, seeing singing and acting as a way of creating community and bringing people together is exactly what I want to study. And I wanted to say thank you to WES for kind of opening my eyes to this amazing way of bringing people together, and just saying that community is something that has brought me through a lot of hard times. And WES is one of those communities that has been there the entire time and has been rock solid. Just I went away and then came back and then went away and came back. But in the end, you guys were always there, whether I wanted to be here or not. So just thank you.
You, I did not realize that the technology had decided to disconnect me, so I apologize for not having access to the online sharing. So I may be able to find that again. Actually, Michael, to the rescue. So Cynthia shares. Thank you, Casey, for saying exactly what I needed to let go of. I am dealing, I'm sorry, exactly. We love technology sometimes. Give me a second. So let me try again. Thank you, Casey, for saying exactly what I needed to hear today. I am dealing with having to let go of so much right now, both physical and emotional, because I have to downsize and move out of the home I've lived in for more than 20 years. And it really scares me. I'm so grateful to you and Wes for offering to help me with this endeavor. So thank you all who shared their thoughts and attention. Just as we share our perspectives in this community, so too do we share our resources and gifts. Here at WES, we split all undesignated gifts in the Sunday collection between our operating budget and a fund dedicated to justice and compassion. Throughout the month of January, we will be sharing with Pink Haven. Pink Haven is a collective of organizations and individuals committed to trans liberation and joy and to growing community defense, mutual aid, and alternative systems of care for gender diverse people. In response to more than 550 legislative acts seeking to eradicate transgender people from public life, Pink Haven has emerged as a coalition of trans organizers, mutual aid groups, progressive faith organizations, queer associations, and individual justice lovers. Their work centers trans lives and experiences, particularly those of BIPOC trans and gender-expansive people. So let us take a moment to prepare to respond to the invitation to generosity as we're able. To donate online through the Breeze system, go to tiny.cc/wesgives with an S, or click on Give on our website, ethicalsociety.org. To donate in person today, just place cash or check, if you know what that is, in the basket at the back of the hall on your way out. And you can always send a check by mail. What is that? Sorry, interpretation will follow. Thank you for your generosity, and we'll now receive your gifts and further gifts of music as we listen to the music.
When peace is gone, my Father, when
Thank you once again. We have at least a couple of representatives of our SEEK program, our Sunday Ethical Education for Kids. And they'll share what they've been doing this morning. And you can.
Morning, my name is Indara. I am the SEEK coordinator, and I have the pre-K through second grade cohort with me this morning. We started our new theme of story by learning that our story consists of decisions that we make that help write the story of who we are or who we want to be. And we explored that by drawing pictures of ourselves. You want to show your pictures? Gavi is going to describe his picture, right? What do you want everyone to know about your picture?
I drawn me.
Yes. Through his picture downstairs, he wants everyone to know that he loves Sonic and that he wants an iPhone 16 Max Pro. Clara has her picture here, and she wanted us to know that she loves the color purple. We also wrote a list of words of that we want everyone to know of who we are or who we want to be. So I'm going to read Claire's list for her. She wants everyone to know that she's talented, strong, musical, protective, kind, smart, funny, and curious. Do you want Gabi wants everyone to know that he's excited, creative, honest, and brave.
Thank you so much. It is wonderful to hear from all parts of our community, especially the shorter people. No, wait a minute, I'm one of those. The younger folks. No, it really is a delight to see them and hear them and let them know that they are very important to this community. I want to mention a few opportunities to engage in the life of our community before we close out this morning. For next Sunday's platform, in keeping with the January theme of story, our senior leader, Casey Slack, offers us a chance to consider the history and stories of country and Western music. I look forward to this opportunity because Casey consistently provides unique insights into topics I initially found uninteresting, revealing depths of meaning I never would have considered. The West Sunday Cafe needs funds to get better pricing for larger quantities of coffee and shelf-stable milk. Please contribute generously to our coffee covers. You can donate via cash in the tip jars online at tiny.cc/West Coffee sign up. You can volunteer your time or via the QR code that you will find on the table. So if you are enjoying having coffee, please consider participating in the making and cleaning up afterwards. Today, after platform, from 12:30 to 2, join us for WES in Watercolor. For an afternoon, you can become an artist in residence. I did not make this up. An interactive gathering providing another unique opportunity to reflect on who we are and who we aspire to be as a community. We'll use creative expression through watercolor painting to visualize and deepen our understanding of our shared values and goals. The session is open to everyone, even if you think you are not very creative or artistic. No experience is required, and all materials will be provided. Just bring your curiosity, your ideas, and your willingness to explore our collective vision of WES through art. Be sure to mark January 15th on that nice new 2025 calendar that you have, so you can be sure to attend Wednesdays at WES, starting at 6 p.m. on January 15th. A suggested donation of $10 gets you a pasta dinner with salad and an evening of fun and games and/or chorus rehearsal and general enjoyment of one another's company. That's it for announcements today. And as always, you can find information about opportunities to connect in the weekly news and notes email that comes out on Thursdays and on the calendar page of WES's website, ethicalsociety.org. Thank you so much to the many people who helped create this morning's time together. Today's platform speaker, Casey Slack, and our delightful guest musicians, the DC Labor Chorus, staff. Don't worry, we get one more song. Staff members Endara Miles, Robin Kravitz, and Maceo Thomas, and of course, our platform production volunteers, the tech team members. If you too would like to get notoriety like that, join the tech team. Slide artists, Zoom chat, usher, in-person greeters, the caffeinator crew, and our many Sikh teachers. Again, if you're new to our community, please introduce yourself in person or via the connection form at tiny.cc/wesconnects with an S, or an email to wes@ethicalsociety.org. At the conclusion of the platform, please join us for social hour and bagels, either here or on Zoom at tiny.cc/wescoffeehour. And I now invite you to enjoy one more musical number from the DC Labor Chorus, followed by our closing words.
I saw Velma Hopkins last night. I said you died long ago. Then she said, nah, I did. I came back 'cause I need you to know. She said, I saw Bree Newsom climbing up that flagpole. She took that thing down. The slavery flag would not fly. And as long as folks have courage like that, I will never die. And we did not come this far to give up now. Like days of old behind the freedom cloud. I have this way deep in my heart somehow. We did not come this far to give up now.
I dreamed I saw Pete Seeger last night. I said you died long ago.
folks like that, the world will understand.
And we did not come this far to give up now. Like days of old behind the freedom line. I have this faith deep in my heart somehow. We did not come this far to give up now.
And now for our closing words. Let us go into the week ahead with compassion, understanding, and commitment, remaining open to new stories and new people. Thank you all for joining today's platform in person or remotely. We look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Second. Ready?